back live here on kjagradio.com. Also, we are in the United Kingdom as well, and we have got my friend, your friend, and everybody's friend. Hold that ghost, because DJ Dan is on the line. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. Thank you very much, Jiggy. Excited to be back here for another episode of International Live. And we've got another couple of great guests to continue our streak of great guests. And today from the UK, we've got Ffion Rebecca. Hi, Ffion. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, hello. Thank you very much for having me.
Could you just let our listeners know a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what sort of music you create?
No problem. Hey, guys. I'm Ffion from the UK. I'm 20 years old, so I'm in my last year of university now, which I'm absolutely so glad about. Thank gosh, I can actually go completely into music, which I'm really, really happy about. But yeah, so I go by the name Ffion Rebecca with my music, so you can find me literally on any platform under that name. And the kind of music I do is very chilled, very relaxed, almost romantic, I guess, but like R&B, soul kind of music. So if you like that, hit me up.
Fantastic. So how did you get started doing this music thing? Because you're quite perky. You've got a great background here. So what got you interested in the whole world of music?
I've had music around my life pretty much the whole time. I come from a very musical family, so I was like a baby in a high chair where my mum and dad would sing and dance around the kitchen to me. You know, I'm come from a very musical background. But it all started when I entered a singing competition here in the UK called Teen Star. And I went in that, and the first time I went in, I didn't get very far. And then the second time I did, I was probably about 13. And I got to the finals, the semi-finals of that. And then to the finals as well, which I was really, really happy about. And it then allowed me to move on, and a management company kind of contacted me from there. And I'm not with them anymore, but they helped me for a stage. And then I went to another management. And now I'm with the wonderful HQ in Leicester that are helping me so much. And I've never really got so far in my life as I have when I've been with HQ. So I don't know, it's always been in my life, music, so I can't really give you a specific point. I've been singing from as soon as I could talk, really, is the best way to describe it.
Who are your sort of influences, other artists you perhaps look up to?
I'd probably say, so originally I come from classic jazz, so before I went into R&B and soul, I started with old jazz music. So for example, Etta James, Louis Armstrong, Chet Baker, Ella Fitzgerald, pretty much just that kind of music was my music. But I found that obviously being so young at the time, 13 years old, doing old jazz, never really I loved it. And I still to this day listen to records of just old jazz that I love. I think you can't get any more beautiful music really. But yeah, I kind of started with that, and it wasn't really getting me anywhere. And the way I was writing seemed a bit too modern to class myself as jazz. So I kind of just delved a bit deeper into that. And then now my influences would be more, I'd say like Georgia Smith. Ray is actually another one that I'm very, very in tune with at the minute. I've got to think, so maybe Melody Gardot is another one. Corinne Bailey Rae. Yeah, just very chilled out, relaxed music. That's kind of where I find myself going towards. So,
you just have an amazing voice. I listened to some of your music, but that we're going to play before we got on the air here, and you have just you're fantastic. I don't know where you have where you have been hiding, because you should be a huge deal, which you already are, but you're going to be bigger. Tell us about
you go blush now.
Tell us a little bit about your social media and where we can find you online, all that stuff.
Yeah, you can find me pretty much on any social media platform. You can find me on Spotify, Instagram. I even have a few things on SoundCloud. Facebook, Twitter. I'm not very good with Twitter, I'm not going to lie to you. I still can't figure out how to use that. I don't really get it. I'm a bit of a technophobe when it comes to Twitter, but you can find me pretty much just under my name, Ffion Rebecca, which is spelled Ffion. It is Welsh. Blame my mother, not me. I didn't choose it. But Ffion Rebecca, and so for example, if you wanted to find me on Instagram, it would be Ffion_Rebecca, and that's pretty much all of my ways to find me on socials. So come join the team. I've got loads of music coming out at the minute. Me and my management company have got this new 6-week plan. So where every 6 weeks we release a new single, which I'm so excited about because I have been sitting on so many demos for so long, just waiting for the right people to release it with and the right time, and the time is now. So
cool. So we're gonna have to get you back on every 6 weeks.
I would 100% of that.
Well, let's quickly talk about this song we're going to play in a minute called Promises, a story of betrayal and heartbreak.
Yeah, typical teen girl music, isn't it?
Is it a true story?
It is. All of my songs, sometimes fortunately, sometimes unfortunately, all of my songs, the best way I describe them is like reading a page in my diary. They're also personal. And they're also real, they're from things that I've experienced. They could be things from, a friend, or it could also be more towards a relationship, or just everything, really. Any emotion I write about in my music. So it's all very real, it's very raw. And Promises is actually a mix of both. Promises is, so it was originally, I started writing it originally about a friend of mine who we'd been best friends for years. And, one of his girlfriends at the time, didn't really like us being friends because he's a guy, I'm a girl, and she got threatened.
Yeah.
And he said, unfortunately, I really like this girl, so I'm gonna have to kind of let you go. And I was like, all of these years of friendship, so I got upset. I got so upset. And then it just formed into kind of that, as well as part of an ex that was at the time as well. That it's lots of betrayal put together. And we got beautiful music from it. So, hey.
There we go.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we are going to do this. We are going to go to Promises. It is Ffion Rebecca, and it is here on International Live. And as soon as we get back, we will keep chatting with her. And here it is on KJAGradio.com and also 107.5 Leicester in the United Kingdom.
Now the
That is Promises, Ffion Rebecca. Ffion Rebecca. Here on International Live. And we go back live. Can't make that transition. I go from International Live to back live. Well, you know. It is DJ Dan and our guest, who we just heard from, Ffion Rebecca. And Ffion, you are fantastic. You are that is just an amazing track that you have, my friend. Tell us about the writing process, production process, everything.
Well, I don't play any instruments, Jiggy, but the thing is, when I wrote that song, I somehow managed to write it on a piano. I have no idea how I did it. I sat down and I just started playing by ear. So I started like just pressing the keys until something sounded right. And then I came up with like the basics, like almost the foundations of the music. And I just started writing to it because I was so passionate about how I was feeling. So I just wrote everything down. And that's kind of how I write songs. So I'll feel an emotion and I'll tune into that so that I feel it so strongly that literally anything, I'll just see words and pictures in my head. Like when I write a song, I write the music video, I design the cover and all that all at once in my head. Like, I don't know how I do it, but that's, you know, I was never academically very strong, but music, you know, that's my thing. But that's how I did that. But yeah, it's a really cool song. I've been sitting on it for almost like 3 years now. So I wrote it a long time ago. But it's been like my baby. So I've never really wanted to share it with anyone. I've been like, oh, this is mine. It's so like personal. I wanted to find the right person to produce it for me. And HQ with Zach Joshua produced it for me. And I love it. I absolutely adore it. And it's out on the 23rd of this month. So it's not even that far away. And there's a music video coming for it, which I'm so excited. That's going to be so cool. So my first proper music video as well, which I'm, again, very excited about. It's all excitement over this end. That's everything.
Are people able to pre-save it on Spotify now? Is it, you able to do that?
So I will be updating today, in fact, the link in my bio on Instagram, on Facebook, pretty much all social medias. I'll be posting the link to go and pre-save on Spotify and iTunes. So you can go and pre-save the song if you're an eager beaver like me and go get that done. Or you can wait if you want to until it comes out, because it does come out on the 23rd. But for me, really go pre-save it because that's great for me.
Right. So
Amazing.
Keep our eyes out for that on the 23rd.
We have got a great guest with us today. Ffion Rebecca joins us here on International Live and also KJAGradio.com. And you can download this podcast at our website, KJAGradio.com. That's KJAGradio.com. Or you could just listen to it each and every Friday. Dan, how do we listen to the program in the United Kingdom, my friend?
You can listen to it in the United Kingdom on Friday. It's from Leicester, 107.5 FM, and it's played during our drive till 6 p.m. So, yeah, definitely tune in again if you missed a show. But, yeah, great guest here with us today. Ffion, can you tell us what sort of projects you got coming up?
Oh my goodness, I've got so many. So like I said earlier, I've got a 6-week plan. So every 6 weeks I'm releasing new music. I have just finished one in the studio at the minute with a wonderful producer called Man Is Cooler, and he's part of HQ as well. And it's called I Hope She's Worth It, and it is such a cool song. I'm very, very excited for it. I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek of it. So what the main line of that song goes, I hope she's worth it to you, does all the things that I do, wraps her whole world around you. So that is part of I Hope She's Worth It. And I'm honestly so excited for that one as well. Around Christmas time, I have another one coming out called Candy, or Sweet Like Candy. I still haven't completely decided on the name yet. And that is, I'm a huge person for body positivity and women just loving themselves and being confident in their skin and who they are. And that is what Sweet Like Candy is about. And it's just about, yeah, like loving yourself, being confident in who you are, being comfortable in your own skin, because everybody's beautiful at the end of the day. And I've got a really cool music video for that one coming out too, and when that comes out. So that's around Christmas time. But I've got so much, but like I said before, just make sure that you check me out on my social media so you can keep up to date with the new music and everything.
Tell us about this next track we're going to hear. I believe it's Stuck.
Stuck, yes. So Stuck is the next song that you guys will hear. And Stuck, I actually wrote it in lockdown. So obviously the whole world has been having this absolutely crazy time right now with this pandemic. And it has been so difficult for every country. But we are powering through, guys. We're doing it. You know, we will get there in the end. And I wrote a song called Stuck because, like many people, I was feeling very stuck at home. I didn't know what to do. I missed my friends. And I just missed life, really. I missed the studio. I missed just living. I didn't know what to do with myself. So I just kind of wrote everything I felt down on paper. And I got this beautiful song called Stuck. So I hope you like it.
Well, here we go. It is Stuck here on International Live. And when we come back, we have got more with our guest and, of course, DJ Dan. Right now, it's Stuck on our big program.
I've got all of this time, and I've got nothing to write. No, I feel so stuck here. I'm all alone with my thoughts, staring out of the glass. I wanna see you, dear. And I know there's no way to get over if I don't abide by the rules. And I know you know that we cannot get closer until we all fight through. Oh, 'cause we're stuck in this together. If we don't wait, then the world won't get better. And I can't tell you any other way. No, 'cause we're stuck for not much longer. If we don't stay in, then the world won't get stronger. And I will see you soon, but I can't wait. No, I can't wait. No, I can't wait. I know that it's hard, 'cause I feel it too. When all that I want and I dream about is you. And I have those days that blend into one, when night becomes day and day is no longer fun. But I will get through, and so can you, so can. 'Cause we're stuck in this together. If we don't wait, then the world won't get better. And I can't tell you any other way. No, 'cause we're stuck for not much longer. If we don't stay in, then the world won't get stronger. And I will see you soon, but I can't wait. No, I can't. And I have those days that blend into one, when night becomes day and day is no longer fun. I will get through, and so can you, so can. 'Cause we're stuck in this together. If we don't wait, then the world won't get better. And I can't tell you any other way. No, 'cause we're stuck for not much longer. If we don't stay in, then the world won't get stronger. And I will see you soon, but I can't wait. No, I can't wait.
That is Stuck. It is Ffion Rebecca, and it is here on KJAGradio.com. Also International Live, and we go back to the old Skype, the old Skype-a-rooney. And we have Ffion Rebecca back with us. Also the always dangerous Mr. Danny Davis. And
What do you think of that?
Dan, that was a heck of a tune. You are just amazing, Ms. Rebecca. I don't know what factory they created you from, but they've only created one because
HQ recording.
You're gonna make me blush.
so So, what are some of your goals for this whole music thing?
My life goal has always been, it's an image, okay, so bear with me, it sounds weird, but have you ever seen, Bohemian Rhapsody, the film?
Yes.
With Live Aid,
Yes.
where Freddie Mercury sings his song, and he can't sing, he stops singing, and then the crowd finishes the song for him. That has always been my dream. My dream is to be able to be anywhere in the world and be able to stand on a stage in front of thousands and billions of people like that, and not even have to sing one of my songs because they're singing for me. If that happened, I would probably cry.
Okay,
I would
well,
stand on that stage and I would cry.
right. You were setting that story up, and I'm like, you really want to have your voice go out? Are you
No.
are you a masochist? What's going on here? And then and then you finished the story, and it was beautiful, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I think me and my dad would probably both cry at that one.
That'd be super cool.
That would be really cool. But I remember watching that film and having like goosebumps, and my hairs were standing up, and I was actually like sat in front of the TV, like could not peel my eyes off that, because that is just the epiphany of my dream. That is just an image of what I've always wanted to achieve with my music. So fingers crossed, one day.
Are you a big Freddie Mercury fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who isn't? Who isn't? No one could look at me and tell me that they don't like Queen.
True.
Won't allow it.
Have you got anyone you got your eyes on you'd like to work with in the future?
Oh, so many people. I've always wanted to be able to do something with Georgia Smith, because I just think her voice is just incredible, absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
This is just a little bit of a heartthrob of mine. I do love Michael Bublé. Really love.
That's
Michael
fantastic.
Yeah.
That would be incredible, is to do something with Michael Bublé or anyone really. Adele is a huge idol of mine. The way she writes her music, I've always said to my mum, I would just love to sit down and have a cup of tea or coffee with Adele and just talk to her. I think she'd be such an incredible person just to chat to, and just like so inspirational with the way that she writes and how she writes and her experiences. I'm in awe of her. I think she's incredible. So many people. I mean, if we could bring people back, I'd love to do something with Etta James. That would be amazing, but unfortunately we can't do that. So
Where have you performed?
where have I performed?
Yeah. Have you got a favourite venue?
Oh, I've performed in quite a few places. I did pre-support for Sam Smith. I did support
Wow.
for Michael Bublé, Take That, Britney Spears.
Big Britney Spears fan.
Yeah, that was cool. Also Andrea Bocelli.
Wow.
I love Andrea. I love him. Funny story, when I was younger, he was the only person that would actually make me fall asleep. So my parents would have to play Andrea Bocelli in order to make me go to sleep. Otherwise, I'd refuse to sleep. I would just not do it. I've also done this quite a cool festival here in the UK called Camp Festival. I can't believe I've forgotten his name. He's really, really funny, blonde. Oh my gosh!
Now we're playing Radio Pictionary with Ffion Rebecca.
Completely blank. Lewis Capaldi, what is wrong with me?
You can tell us in 6 weeks.
Yes.
Can't remember now.
Lewis Capaldi performed at it last year, and that was incredible. And I got invited back this year to perform on their main stage where he played last year, and that was one of the my biggest gig to date. Was to do that, and unfortunately, COVID, good old Rona, took it from me.
No.
So I was like, oh no! But fingers crossed, hopefully this year we'll get back on that stage and I'll actually get to do that opportunity, because that'd be incredible. But yeah, gigging is my favorite thing, I think. I love interacting with people. I love being able to just share that experience, like the ambiance and the vibe that you have with people and the connection that you make when being on a stage in front of people is in comparison. Like you can't compare anything to it. like for example, with COVID at the minute, I've done quite a lot of gigs, but live. So like live gigs on Instagram and stuff, and they're good. They do well, but they're nothing compared to what it's like performing live on a stage for people. Never. I miss it.
Well, you have quite the background. You have been an amazing guest today. Before we let you go, how do we find you on social media, download your music, buy your music, all this stuff?
You can find me on all social medias. You can find me on Instagram, pretty much everything. And you can find me under my name, Ffion Rebecca, which is Ffin. It's Welsh. So go check that out. Type that in, Ffion Rebecca, Ffion, and then Rebecca, to all social media, and you will find me. I'm on Spotify, so you can download my music. I'm also on iTunes and Apple Music and SoundCloud. All music platforms, pretty much, I'm on there, so go check them out. And also, I love receiving messages from people. So if you like what you hear or you want to hear more and you like what you see when you follow me on Instagram, drop me a quick message. I'll always reply. I absolutely love getting people's feedback. And just having a good old natter, really.
That's so cool. That's so
That's
cool.
great.
And we've got the single Promises coming out on the 23rd of October as well.
Yes.
Keep that in your diaries, guys.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for coming on, my friend.
Thank you so much, guys. It was so lovely meeting you, and thank you very much for having me, America. I'm so happy about that. So cool.
Well,
Thank
have yourself a blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, my friend.
You guys, thank you so much.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
There she goes. And Dan, she's quite the charmer, my friend.
She's great, isn't she? And yeah, great singer, great voice, really great personality as well, and just 20 years old. Can be really excited about what's coming for Ffion.
Well,
So,
we
yeah.